I can't get the YouTube chat. Okay, close that out. I need another add-on. This one, it finds the Twitch chat. It does not find the YouTube chat. I don't know why. It did last time. Select sources. Boom. Oh, it found it. All right. I just have to give the YouTube one a second each time. That's your cue. Oh no. I'm promoting bad habits. I actually don't even know if Elspeth is the right idea here. I also kind of just don't even want to play this. No, this is standard. You can't Chain of the Rocks in standard. Hello. I don't even think a Johnny's right. Oh, okay. Thanks. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay. I don't know if Elspeth makes sense, actually. The wind crystal? Doesn't that cost 4? I didn't read it. Oh. No. I don't like any of the 3 things it does. Yeah, I don't really care about the 2-2. I think I like it more than Elspeth. But it's not that great. This could be cool. Well, they cost 5. I mean, ideally the game is over before you get 2 counters on your banner. I do like Sheltered by Ghosts. Oh, right, the other banner. The one that's color, or is it creature type? Creature type. Yeah, this is literally just a colorless mana producing glorious anthem. Oh, what about this one? Oh yeah, look at that. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Well, easily take 2 of those out. All right, I don't want Overseer. Thrumming Stone? I mean, yeah, if your opponent lets you Thrumming Stone, I'd be surprised if that saw a lot of play. I thought about Enduring Innocence. I don't know. I think a bird is better than Enduring Innocence because the birds draw a card every turn and actually hit your opponent. So I think I prefer the birds. Don't have time to stay, Heresy. Or I'm sure we'll win at least 1 game. But I don't really, yeah, I just don't need to. All of these draw each other. I really don't need that. It's the same with Assemble the Players. I don't really need this. This could just be another bird. But I kind of like this one. I think that one's fine. I mean, it's standard, and it's like exceedingly one-dimensional, but it seems pretty good. I don't normally play decks like this when I'm making any kind of stream or YouTube video. It's super one-dimensional. It's like Heir Apparent. Maybe Heir Apparent has even less going on. Yeah, I would say it does, even in standard or whatever. So like Elspeth, Heir Apparent, Momo, Birds. This is very annoying to deal with, especially if you're on the play. It's insanely annoying to deal with. They all cost 2, or at least the first one does. You'll always have the curve of this turn 1, this turn 2, and then whatever turn 3. You have a few Anthem effects in standard, not too many, but these are just straight up Anthem effects in this deck. All the creature types are the same, the colors the same. These are really good. They're just better than... What's the original one? Glorious Anthem, the 3-mana white enchantment. Creatures get +1/+1. These just tap for mana, so this is excellent. Spot removal, I'm not even sure is right. Could just play more birds. I don't actually know the right count of birds. Again, this is standard. If it was historic, it's probably like 43 or something. But in standard, I think 20 is fine. Maybe you could have more. Some of these other cards don't seem super crazy, but they're doing things. Oh, this is another Anthem. This is a removal spell, I guess. I almost think it's fine as another bird, though. Or, excuse me, another Tempest Hawk. Yep, that's it. Extremely one-dimensional. Exceedingly one-dimensional. And reroll that one. As you can see, I haven't played in a while. Who knows? Maybe it isn't good. I don't know. It dunked on me the 2 times I played against it. I feel like the mirror is a complete nightmare. Yeah, you could probably put in an equipment or 2. Maybe. It is standard. I don't know. Is Ujin in standard? No, it is. Yeah, we keep this. Alright, this just kills your creatures over and over. We'll see if we get enough birds to have meaningful gameplay patterns. Okay, we got in there with a bird. Or rather, one in play. So, I think they have to kill the hawk, because you really don't want to get hit by it. Unless I'm wrong. I could take a turn off and just set up like this thing. Okay. I really wish I could do something else. I think it's probably slightly better to continuously... Oh, I forgot to play a bird first. I forgot Momo gets stats. Look at that. Already throwing. Yeah, we're just going to play a bird. Yeah, I missed the damage. Whoops. Look at that. Already throwing. I just need creatures so I don't lose all of my creatures. Or I just lose them anyways because this deck is lame. Yep. Go figure. No surprise there. Okay. I'm going to just completely admit this is at this point, a complete waste of my time. I don't have a board. I'll never have a board again. At least missing a damage didn't matter. I think there's only 2 cards in Standard that let my opponent just do what they did. I could have even have found an answer, but nope. Not here. Choose a target creature you don't control. Each creature you control deals 1 damage to that creature. Okay. Bird. Actually, have not been a big fan of my turn 3 so far. I don't know if there's much I can do about that. Target creature you don't control. Each creature you control deals 1 damage. Alright, so we can just, whoop. Yep. Okay. Silly me. Of course you would have that. Please take my commander. Thank you. Sweet. Can we stop having things, please? Oh, it's the crew? I see. Can we stop have perfect flying creatures and 8/8s? Alright. Well, that was fun. Well, this is the price you pay for extremely one-dimensional decks that don't do anything. Well, when I played against it, both times, it completely crushed me. And I had a pretty healthy degree of, like, interaction. So, either something's not right, or I'm just playing against things that don't care what I'm doing. Do I... Well, let's see if it's rabbits before I think about anything, I guess. I mean, it's standard. Okay, it's not rabbits. I'm gonna swing first, because they didn't do anything. Okay. Sure. And I play that, I guess. I don't know if that was the right choice. So... do I play another one or I leave up Interrupter? I think I have to leave up Interrupter now. I can't. This happened to me before. Oh my goodness. Can't do that. We just went over this. Literally can't do that. You only get the discount on your own turn. Literally happened to me before. So... whoop. Can I, like, get some value here? Please, game? Wait. The voice of victory. The voice of victory. I'm throwing. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. I think I was dead anyways, on the bright side. I think I was doomed regardless here. What am I doing? Do I even swing? I don't know. Where am I going when I don't swing? Wow. I have yet to see a hawk on the top of my deck. Create 4 doges. Let's not let them do that. That did not seem like a great use of resources there. So let's, I think I still kill their commander. No. 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 I only really lose to, like, a board wipe. Bro, where is the please, okay. Just give us just a single one. That's all I'm asking for. Just give me one off the top, please. I beg of you. Oh my goodness. It's like just board wipe, it feels? Oh, wait, it gets 8 dogs? Oh, because Elspeth, the dogs. It doubles tokens. Man, I haven't read anything. Literally, this entire match, I have not read a single card. I haven't even read my own cards. Okay, well, I guess the game's completely and utterly over then. Unless there's something I can do. But nope, you got it. Yep, like I said, I had to kill my opponent's commander. If I read my opponent's cards, I would have killed their commander. I didn't read their cards. I absolutely should have killed their commander. I don't know why I was convinced I had to swing face. That made no sense. I completely tossed the game. That was an awful game. Wow. Alright, I gotta lock in better. Well, haven't played in 3 days, and now I look like I've never played Magic. I did everything wrong that game. It's funny, I was making fun of this deck for being exceedingly one-dimensional. And then I proceeded to somehow still make insane amounts of mistakes all in one game. That was one of the worst games I've played. The worst game I played this year, at least. We'll say that so far. That was probably the worst game I played this year. I'm not going to add a 6-minute sweeper. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't solve anything, really. It literally does not solve the problem. I could have won that game. I could have won that game if I knew how to play Magic. The Voice of Victory, the Elspeth. I mean, you name it. If the card was cast that game, it was incorrectly assessed by me. I'm sure I did something right in there. I'm sure something went somewhat right in that pile of things I did. Yes, in that exact example, in that exact moment, a 6-mana board wipe might have saved me. That doesn't mean you should run it. This has ward pay 3 life. Okay. I think I'm just gonna leave up the Interrupter, because I like it on curve here. It makes my turn weird, because my opponent knows I could have cast this, but... Like, what do you play around here? Or actually, what do you even do? Okay. Sure. Okay. Wow. All lands. This is drawn like 5 cards. That's crazy. Guess I'll take it. It's just kind of funny. Okay. We're going to kill their commander. Because I think that's a good idea. And I'm going to swing. I really wish I drew a land. I feel like the land situation has been kind of unfortunate. We draw a lot of cards, too. But, I mean, that's what we came here to do, is literally this. Maybe I should run 15 birds. They do find each other. 15's probably enough. Oh, look, a land. Just in time to not change anything. Okay. When you gain life, put a counter on this. I can play around that card, but the problem is they gain so much life that it might not matter. The opponent had to think about their card they kept on top for some reason. They like read this twice. Like, do I play this card that wins? Can we not have another 1-drop, please? Nope. Oh, what is this? Sack a creature, gain a life, draw a card. And I'm dead. Why are you not swinging with the cat? That makes no sense. What is this doing? Why did they not swing with this? I don't understand. Alright. Well, I didn't draw a land again, so I can't play 2 birds. It's another game where it's just nothing lines up right, and I lose. Okay. You got it. If I kill... No, that doesn't do anything. I'm just dead to turn faster. It just doesn't do anything. As it stood, there was no line I could take that would have won. I didn't have many lines in that game to take. If I drew a land and could play more birds, I'd probably get there. I think if I had that land that one turn and played 2 birds, I think we get there. But maybe not. Maybe not. What is booming? This is a 5-minute thing? Okay. Well, this is what we signed up for. I thought this would be better. I mean, just doing the thing is just not good enough, it seems, which I'm not too upset with. That means this is not a complete nightmare every time you see it, like I thought it would be. Which I guess goes to show the 2 games I played against it, my opponent just, like, high-rolled into oblivion. I think one of those games I didn't really do anything, to be fair. I have to go back and look at them. Oh yes, a reach creature. Just what I wanted to see. And I lose a card. And the game is probably already over. Alright, I'm done. This deck is awful. I'm gonna play something else. This is trash. I'm losing to draft commons. That's just awful. Either my opponents have had everything line up perfectly every game I played, other than the Elspeth one. Or this commander just sucks. I'm going to go with the latter. I'm going to play something else. I'm going to waste my time with that for the next 2 hours. I forgot Final Fantasy was standard. Ugh. I don't like the idea of that. I don't think any of the Final Fantasy cards see, like, competitive standard play. It's funny. How is this standard? Oh, foundations. How many pieces of equipment are in standard? No, I don't really like Toph. Actually, I don't like Toph at all. But one of them I like. I think there's two, right? Well, I'll look at it in a second. I don't like that. This is okay. Are these all the equipment? Treasure. Copy a spell? Eh? It's okay. His first strike must be blocked. Well, it doesn't really do anything now, does it? Well, it's got 7 mana. I guess. Okay, there really isn't any, there's not a lot of equipment, huh? Okay. Alright, no, scratch that. I'm not gonna play Cloud then. I don't like my options there. Yeah, what's the other one? This is the one I don't like. Right here? This one's cool in historic. Wait, is there 4 Tophs? Good God. I don't like this one. The one that gives double strike to a land I kind of like. I don't like this one at all. This one is cool, but I don't like it in standard. But this is cool in Historic Brawl. This one's, I mean, it's alright, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to play standard. Doesn't bother me none. I didn't like standard last time I was playing it. I don't really like my options here. Or anything I haven't like played that I might want to play. What does this do? Yeah. Yeah, I like the Naya Toph a lot. Oh yeah, this thing. Cast a non-creature, make that many things. Oh man. I feel like I win the... You should just win if you get to cast this and untap with it. I feel like you should just win. A 7-mana blue-red commander. That's just absolutely nuts. Oh, Yigra's in standard. Huh. Oh, Quintorius? Oh, I might want to play Quintorius. I love Quintorius. Have I played it in standard? I don't think so. It's not what are the rotations for standard? When does standard rotate? I heard somewhere that standard is not rotating at all in the whole of 2026, which to me is insane. But I don't know if that's true. Can you airbend this? Oh, you just airbend for exile triggers? Yeah, I guess. It's kind of cute. There's not a lot of good airbending cards, but there's like 4 that are probably passable. The new set comes out... Wait a minute, didn't it already come out? On paper? 3 years? Standard rotates in 3... or next year? So it's 3-year chunks every time? Or is it just coincidence? Also, where are all the cards I... Where are all my 1-drops? What's going on here? I'm spacing out. I got cyberbullied so hard I forgot I had to do stuff. And I do like these cards. 3 damage to target creature. I like these. These are probably somewhat passable. Trying to stick a 5-mana planeswalker is not the easiest thing. I mean, it does make 3/2s, right? Yeah. What am I discovering? I don't know. We'll find out. It has been a minute since I played this, and I do not think I did it in standard. So standard is just a 3-year rotation format. That's crazy. Especially with the amount of cards they make now. I mean, how many sets is that? We get 6 sets. 18 Magic the Gathering sets are in standard. I mean, well, this is like Pioneer at that point. It's like block extended. Oh my goodness. Airbending doesn't work out too well unless I play a bunch of creatures, huh? That's another problem, huh? Wait, is that how... No, you can airbend anything. It doesn't have to be creatures. Okay. I can airbend O-rings that my opponent doesn't keep their commander under. That's kind of funny, huh? What about you? Oh, that doesn't cast it. Am I tripping? Hold on. That wasn't a dream, was it? No, someone told me they bought a thing of Lorwyn already and opened it and had cards. So I'm pretty sure you can, like, on paper, own Lorwyn cards. Unless that was a dream. I don't think it was. I think someone was talking to me on Steam about that. They were showing me what they opened. Was that a dream? Am I tripping? Yeah, I can't ban Twitch bots through this app. I have to like go into Twitch on the website and ban them that way, which is really annoying. Okay, so there's a rotation this year. July 29th? Okay. Seems more reasonable. Can you interrupt your own spell? Oh, you can. Airbend a creature. Yeah, see, I'm not going to airbend my own creatures. I do like these O-rings, though. Especially if I bounce them. Or airbend them. This gives them a what? I'll take that. What does this do? They manifest dread. When it dies? No, just when it leaves. That's unfortunate. It's not awful, I guess. Pay respect for the YouTube videos. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I suppose sweepers make sense. Oh, Elspeth is kind of cool too, actually. They seem pretty friendly together. Yeah, Fumigate. Ride's End is the good one? What does this one do? 3 less, destroy, and this is exile. Both of these are fine at 2 mana. I've always liked both. I need a playset of these and... No, wait, is this the one I have? I'm missing one of these on paper for Pauper. I don't know if I like Season of the Burrow. Maybe I do. I like Ultima, kinda? Kinda? It makes my... No. It makes my plus really bad. Yeah, I can't sweep and then plus. This is kind of okay. I can sort of play it, kind of. So what do we got for red cards? Who needs red? It's not a real color. I'm sure Burst Lightning kills enough to make me want to kind of play Burst Lightning, but I have board wipes, so maybe I don't have to dedicate card slots to shocks. But I wouldn't say they're awful. I mean, we do kind of do damage to the face, right? Not a lot of it, though. Chainsaw works. There's always a token to put it on. That's kind of funny, huh? I'll look at the Airbend cards after. What does this do? Yeah, I think we do some kind of face damage. Can you sack the munitions from the munition commander or enchantment? Is there a way to do that in standard? Surely there is. Oh yeah, suplex. That's the sorcery braid. Scorching shot. I mean, it probably kills everything. It probably kills everything. What do you do? This is the Valakut thing, but for standard. And it flips into discover. Nah. Screaming Nemesis? No one likes to play against it. Maybe you can just slam it into play. Ask your opponent to deal with it. Yeah, Count on Luck's okay. Triple Red's a little annoying with a really white dominant deck, but it could work. It works with the commander. I just don't like how the card is random. Like, I feel there's going to be a lot of scenarios where I just don't cast the card. Triple Red is a little annoying. I want to be a lot more in the white than red. What about... no. Yeah, the red Overlord's cool. Especially if I actually play airbending cards. Oh, we have Lightning Helix. Oh. Okay, no Shock or Burst Lightning. I'm over it. What set is this? Murders of Karlov Manor? Huh. Neat. Oh yeah, lands. I don't... Oh, right. Yeah. Man, Standard is stacked. What is Quintorius' Insight? That's the 5-mana one, right? Oh, I don't see it here. Isn't it the 5-mana? I thought it was. I don't really have to play Mana Rocks. We can just take our time. Oh, like Maze Mind Tome. I suppose there's not a lot of Mana Rocks to choose from. Well, 2-mana ones, I mean. I'm sure there's like 55 3-mana ones. I'm not going to play Buried Treasure. This does discover, though. No, Commander's already discovering. I don't know. Buried Treasure's pretty cool, though. I'm not going to lie. It's a 2-drop. Am I thinking of Lore Hold Command? Is that what I'm thinking of? Wait, this is the Spider-Man set, isn't it? The beginning of your first main phase. Discard. Draw. Oh, okay, so it's like a baby version of your commander. How do we play lands from exile? Oh, this doesn't see lands either. Does this let you do it? Yep. It's just Count on Luck so far. Okay, I haven't really found anything I like to airbend. Yeah, I just really didn't find anything I want to genuinely airbend. This is going to be hard without tapped 2-colored lands, and I don't want to play tapped 2-color lands. This is not nearly the same as Phyrexian Arena. I don't know, I just don't like this card, I'm not going to lie. I just don't like it. Not here. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna play it. Whoa, what about this? Oh, okay. Well, it has a. I mean, I could play Ujin. It wouldn't really, couldn't be that bad, right? I don't know. Probably not a good idea. Okay, it's like the same thing, except it costs 4. Each turn, pay 0. Yeah, this is maybe a bit better. Pay 0 rather than play a mana cost spell you cast from exile. Ugh, the 6 just doesn't do anything without the 4. But they play into each other nicely. This is more reasonable to me, even though it costs more mana for effectively the same thing. I think it has a better upside. Still not 100% about it. Yeah, maybe neither of these two are right. I don't know. I think there's enough in here to, like, genuinely win the game. Outside of, like, the random 2 damage every time I do something. Quarry Mountain Monastery? What? You mean Steel Cutter? Oh, no. That's a real card. There it is. Oh. Plains, huh? Until the end of your next turn, so tap that. Yeah. Yeah, this is cool. It's not always tapped. Oh, shoot, I can't craft it. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe it's easy. We know we're only going to use it once. You know, if I add it to the deck, it's only going to get activated once. How close am I? I'm not even close at all. Oh, no. How much time do we have left? 2 days. Oh, no. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're just not going to get to it. I can't. No, I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I'm not burning 6 packs right now on a land I'll activate once. If ever. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. But it's perfectly reasonable. I don't have it in me. Okay, Ujin's not right. What about... No, that's the same problem. Is there another thing that generates tokens infinitely? I feel like there is. But maybe I'm thinking of a... Actually, I'll make an exception for Fabled Passage. I'll make an exception. Until, of course, it's the reason I lose a game, then I'll take it out. What card am I thinking of that makes a token? Like, beginning token. This thing? Whenever you no, not that. That is not a creature. Soldier military program? That's a mouthful, huh? Oh, thrumming? I mean, this can't be right, right? Is this good at 6 mana? Is this... Could you play this at 6 mana for real? Beginning of your end... You're okay. This seems a little out there. I don't know. I mean, I've lost to this against something that was similar to this deck, and I think that was in Standard. So maybe there's something there. It seems like... Seems like a reach. There's also the End Stone. Oh no. We're making up cards. Well, I imagine it's not a creature. What did I just do? Oh, Thrumming Hypel. I mean, the Endstone is kind of cool. If it didn't cost 7, maybe? Can I get it in play faster? No. Is that the one ring? Yeah, that's the only ring. Oh, it's only a commander card? Oh, well. Literally throwing. Alright, well, I want to play the game. It's been an hour, so I'm going to start here. Quintorius, haven't played this in a minute. Don't think I've ever played it in Standard. Surprised it's actually still in Standard, but apparently Standard is like 3-year chunks of cards at any one time, which is insane. So, Quintorius in Standard. The -3 is extremely random. I don't really like impulse, exiling the top card, draw things, which this likes to do, because you poke your opponent, or effectively steal 2 life from your opponent every time you cast an exiled spell, but those are extremely random, and if you get a sweeper when you don't want to cast it, and it's gone forever, it feels awful. Now, Discover's different from like just exiling it on the top, and you can play it for 1 turn cycle, because Discover can go to the hand, but so that like the -3 is fine here. But some of those impulse draw effects are just too random for me. It's just too random. You're gonna exile cards that are gonna be good later, but now they're gone forever, or your answers line up not great. It's still card advantage, or ideally that would be the plan when you cast those things. I just, not too excited about them. Making a bunch of 3/2s is pretty nice. I mean, at this point, you do have Elspeth as a commander you could play, and it makes a much more threatening board state than Quintorius does, but you get some pretty interesting red cards you could play. A Braid, just more of this kind of effect is just good. At least in Standard, it seems like it is right now. But yeah, that's about it. Just red-white play cards until someone's dead deck. Yeah, I want to play the game. Alright, it's been an hour. We're doing a fast intro. I'm overdue. Oh wait, I should look at my quest. Did I roll one of these quests? I already did, right? I mean, I didn't have to look this turn. I could have waited next game. Okay, I can't complete that one. But it's a 750. It's a 750. You have to remind me about the Or rather, I'll have to remember about that monastery land. I'll probably put it in the deck list I upload. I just, again, it's probably not going to commonly be activated. Even if I were to run it. That's usually how lands like that work. Like the Gate Seek lands and, what's that other one? Not Escanto. I guess manlands in general, really? Just manlands in general. Well, we would have had Count on Luck Mana this game. I'd have to play it. Command Tower. Ugh, I love my lands. There's none of that snow nonsense going on. What does this actually do? Is this the one I played before? No. Okay, so do I... Whenever a creature you control enters with additional... Future opponent who lost life this turn. Ward pay 2 life. Let's actually do this and see what they can do about it. These are actually pretty relevant 2-1s right now. Okay, well that just gave my opponent everything they ever wanted, I guess. So much for that. Well, if I knew that's what they were going to do, I would have killed their commander. Yeah, Felidar Retreat's pretty interesting. You do have to play a land, and I don't like play a lot of lands at any one turn cycle or anything. I think we should just leave up our spells. Actually, I should kill this now, so the ward is not on my opponent's turn. Discard a card, draw a card. At the beginning of your second main phase, if something blah blah blah, sure. Whenever opponent casts a spell, put a counter. I have not seen that played ever. Interesting. Let's go ahead and kill the... They didn't swing with this. I'm going to kill this. I don't really care about Taran Mauler's stats. Yet. That's a strange use of Monstrous Rage, but it works nonetheless. Let's go ahead and... Now I can't chainsaw this, but again, I still have this. I could just straight up chainsaw the thing in the middle. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. This is a May? You may put a counter on it? That's annoying. It's annoying to keep track of. Okay. I also get the Overlord next turn. I mean, we're chilling, right? I'm not under any, like, crazy pressure. I should go to blocks first. You have another combat trick? That's a little nuts, huh? No, Lauren Eclipse is in 2 days. What? Okay. That's like... dumb. So... Oh, the Mauler's now an issue. They make a 3-2? It doesn't have trample. It doesn't have trample. Could windmill and just gamble for a sweeper, which would have just put me so far ahead, but again, it doesn't have trample. Can we stop having things, please? Okay, I guess not. Opponent is like Combat Trick City right now. Alright, come on, one time, please. Ugh. So 8 is not enough. I mean, I can't even draw anything, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I mean, it kind of would have saved me. Not really. Alright, well. My opponent was just 55 goofy combat tricks, and nothing I did mattered. If I ever cast a sweeper or found one, I think I do just straight up win that game. There's 3 or something in the deck. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, if I had this, I just win. I think I'll keep this. It is Yigra, right? I have time. You have to sack a food to target it, right? Yep. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that. The heck is this? Enters make a food. When you sack a food, make a 1/1. That is also a food token? Yeah, so you just keep looping food tokens. Alright, if I had this any turn earlier, we'd be really happy right now. So that's annoying. I could have just cast my commander here. That would have been pretty huge. That would have been really nice. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. As 1, 2, 3, 3s, 4, 5. Alright. I refuse to believe my opponent has, whatever it's called. The 2-mana removal spell. Oh, come on. Come on! Give me a break. Wait a minute. Doesn't this surveil infinitely? That surveils infinitely, doesn't it? These are food tokens. You sack a food token, and you surveil one. Pretty sure that's infinite. Fortunately, I don't die to it, but my opponent does get to do that until they're satisfied with whatever's on top of their deck, I guess. But you don't have infinite cards, so... I'm pretty sure this is infinite. Till they find, I guess, a card they want. I don't know what that situation, like how long you do this for. Okay, can we just auto yield? But you got to be careful, right? I mean, it is a 60 card format. I don't know what they're looking for, but I'm sure my opponent does. That's interesting. They surveilled for a card and then cracked the clue token anyways. I don't know. Well, that would have killed me, had that been a part of the equation. Could do the 6-mana side of this. No, let's just do this side. I think I'm okay with this. Do I kill this? No, I have... There's no way they can kill me with some other random infinite nonsense. So I think we're just chilling. Phantom Train. Sacrifice another artifact or creature, put a counter on this. Wait, what? The only way to crew this is to sack creatures? Huh. Okay, well that's not the scariest thing to have just showed up there. Well, it is a creature, you know. I guess I'll send this. Another artifact or creature. So you have a spell here? Looks like they had a spell that targeted creatures. So I don't really know what they surveilled for, but I haven't been blown away with that turn where you could have effectively vampire tutored me. They didn't then proceed to like play this crazy game-ending spell or anything. I can play my commander. I can also just do this. I mean, it's an empty board. Can at least make them have a removal spell. And of course they have one. Yep, that's literally the 2-mana one I was talking about. Oh, kill the token? Please? Okay, that's fine. Never really care about the tokens. Okay. Lightning Helix. Cool. I suppose I'll just cast it. I want that land. Yeah, we're gonna Lightning Helix face. And then I'm gonna blow up the card that would effectively win the game. You have nothing? Wow. Really? Just nothing at all? Oh, okay. Shh. Do I interact with this? I don't know. Beseech the mirror. Okay. Well, we've already searched for... Well, I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. Is it a 1-minute spell? Like, did you get duress here? I don't know. Do I Banishing Light? Do I make my commander show up? Again, I'm not convinced I'm dead if Sephiroth untaps. They did just tutor up a card. Alright, let's go ahead and respect this. I have so much mana, I really just don't even need to cast the 6 side of this. I can just cast anything it finds anyways. Okay, this picks up the whatever the best thing is, I don't know. Really? That's the best thing here? Okay, well, I mean, my opponent says so. Parting Gust. This might be the turn I don't actually use the card I got. I think I should fumigate this. Feel like that's sensible. I mean, tutor and surveil spam, my opponent hasn't won the game. This does not have trample. Do I have a food token? Right, ward sack of food. There is no food token. The only way I can really make one is doing this. Alright, well, again, I can just do this again, so... Is there a second combo? Can we not have another combo, please? Oh, come on. Well, that's that then. Pretty sure I just lose here. Maybe not? They didn't have it? They just didn't have it? Okay, that's a bit unbelievable. Oh, that doesn't help. This could block... Oh, no, that doesn't work. Okay, so... Destroy target creature. I guess... This thing? I kind of like have to kill Ygra, I feel, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this. And then play a land. And then kill Ygra with the Screaming Nemesis. And make a bunch of rabbits? I don't really need to defend permanent with 3 or less. Screaming. Exile, reanimate. Exile this thing. Reanimate that. Quintorius is gonna die, but like, I think we're just sort of chilling. I could swing. I could just swing with this. No, we're just gonna hide behind it, right? Wait. What if I did swing with it? It's not blocking for Quintorius. It's like, it's just not blocking, right? Don't swing with it? Well, too late now. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, maybe swinging was wrong. Maybe it was wrong. Okay. I mean, the damage is showing up here, though. I've killed Ygra like 15 times. Whenever opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Okay. Sure. What a game. Wow. What a game. They didn't have mana to do the infinite combo the 25th time they cast Yigra. This is indestructible, so it's super annoying to deal with. Why did they do that? If X is 6 or more, return a creature. Oh, they reanimate something? Wow. 20 cards left. So we swing for 3. We do... Oh, no, we have lethal. We did it. We can actually just +1/+0 our Screaming Nemesis and win that way. So we actually just had lethal in this turn cycle. Crazy game. Crazy game there. Wow. Makes me think I want Ghost Vacuum, but I also kind of just don't want Ghost Vacuum. Maybe it's fine. I'm not a big fan of it. I like it more than Rest in Peace, I guess. Is there something I just don't like at all? Yeah, maybe swinging that turn wasn't the right idea. I could, like, block and kill something, maybe. It actually, I mean, it worked out because I drew a sweeper, but... I kind of don't like Quint's Insight. I'm not going to play that. I'm not going to play that. I've displayed the ability to win against a food-spamming deck all the way to turn 20. I don't think I need Quint's Insight. We actually had a lot of draws as well. Like, we had more stuff in our deck to do. We weren't even out of gas there. That's a good sign, I guess. We're on the board. We did it. We did it. It took 90 minutes, but I got a win. We finally did it. First one of the day. Hour and a half deep. I mean, to be fair, we only played like 5 games. Cavero is standard and or popular standard? Really? Wow. Is it like the mono black one that commits crimes? Is it? Is that true? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I have not once seen it. Hey, this uses the graveyard. If there's a bunch of graveyard strategies, you can slide in Rest in Peace. The reanimate one? The one that I tried to play was one of the 3 commanders I think I've ever played that didn't win a single game I played with it. I think Cavero was one of them. The mono black 3-drop. Oh, right. I forgot. Green still has dumb stuff it can do, even in standard. Okay, so what does Iroh do in standard? I have no idea. Oh, you mean the Spider-Man. Ah. Yeah. That is popular. Wait, what? What the? What? Return a permanent card. Okay. Yeah. I'm down. I'm down with it. Let's go ahead and whoop. Yeah, the Spider-Man one's pretty popular. Yeah, I could consider Rest in Peace. I can't say I ever expected Iroh as a thing in standard. I'm kind of eager to see what it tries to do. I will just run this out. Yeah. We're gonna run it out. My first Spider-Man deck was that one? I believe it. Standard Iroh is Lesson Slop. Okay. Sure. I take it you don't cast it on turn 6, right? Or when you get to 6 mana, which is turn 2, assuming you're a green player. I mean, it's not even doing anything out of the graveyard anyways, really. What lessons are scary? I'm actually really curious how it wins. I'm sure I'll find out real fast. Four damage to target creature. This isn't doing anything. So, exile target creature. This just isn't doing anything. I'm going to parting gust that. Bushwhack. Okay. Let's take out the removal spell. I don't really care about the ramp spells. They did not... Well, obviously, there's no fight to be had. Okay, we got a bunch of lands. Opponent's enduring the wrath of this 4/4. Do I play my commander? There is currently nothing in the graveyard Iroh cares about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say you play a land 7. Wait, that's not true. 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 8 mana. You have 2 left. None of this matters. None of that matters. Okay. I'm not convinced Iroh with 2 mana is winning the game. Nothing in the graveyard matters. I mean, you have a fight, which I can exile. Like, you're just casting a ramp spell. Permanent card from your graveyard. Okay, let's exile the fight. So I have to deal with it later. Is River's Rebuke a good solution here? I mean, that can just chill, right? Yeah, they can just chill. I don't even know if I'm supposed to cast the Ghost Vacuum right now. I feel like I'm just not. I really don't. Like, it's not even doing anything. You know what I mean? I'm not going to play into some weird counter spell. Sure. Though I don't think Iroh's looking to play counter spells. I haven't seen a win condition yet. I take it you just don't even cast Iroh unless you are ready to win. I don't know if a Consult is worth 8 mana. Maybe it is. Nope. Didn't think so. Okay. Uh-huh. Sure. Let's go ahead and... Now we can cast it. Sack a land. Okay, another lesson that involves mana. Okay. What is the what are we doing here? What is the idea here? Pass the turn. There is nothing in the graveyard except maybe Consult, not even River's Rebuke, that I genuinely care about. Consult, again, I don't even really care about Consult here. Okay, opponent cares about something. Let's take the Consult. Yep. Okay. You can ramp now. I mean, I guess I kill this. Flashback. I cannot bring myself to target this right now. I can't bring myself to target this. You can cast another ramp spell. I don't have it in me. I feel like there's going to be some kind of trap. I could just shelter by ghost. It changes the clock, the damage here. I don't know if that matters, though. Do we have another forest? I'm sure we do, right? Yeah. No, we don't. We don't have another forest. They don't have another forest. Oh my goodness. They actually don't. That's so funny. I wouldn't say it's an oops. It just might as well. Well, they didn't crack the clue token. Yeah, maybe it's a bit of an oopsie. Alright, so I can... now what? I actually don't like anything here. I don't like anything. Guess I'm just doing this. Yeah, see, this is why I kind of wanted to use a sorcery speed answer, because I don't have another instant speed answer. It's like just why I wanted to do that. Oh, they had the forest in their hand. Okay, so there's 4 forests in their deck. Ureni. This deals damage equal to your lands to, oh, of course it does it to planeswalkers. Come on. Of course it does it to planeswalkers. I can reanimate that with Ghost Vacuum in 6 years. Yep. They're almost completely dead, but completely isn't totally dead, so... Archdruid's Charm, what is that even doing? Does that do anything for you here? You could just get rid of it. Iroh can cast it. They're dead if I draw land? Huh? Share with the class? Okay. How are they dead if I drew a land? Oh, reanimating my 3/3. So... Okay, wait. We just win. We just win. There's no way they don't crack the clue token. There's no way. Yes! Okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that... Nice. Alright, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, land reanimate would have done it. What? But this is in the way, though. Oh, no, it's not. I can't block it. Right? They just take a bajillion if they block it. Screaming Nemesis is... I think this is the best I've ever seen Screaming Nemesis. Every time I played it before, it doesn't really do anything. It's funny, of all the decks where it's been annoying my opponents, I wouldn't expect it to be this one, but yeah. Okay, I didn't... Again, they saw half their deck, and I did not see any means to win the game. They got so many lands in play. I guess this exists, but I can easily deal with it, and then exile it, and then present it as a threat of my own. Huh. They were running all the lessons, so... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It is a game where I do like the idea of rest in peace. Maybe not as much, because I have actually had the ability to season a creature twice. That probably isn't worth it in the long run to not run Rest in Peace. Is there another... Is there another artifact one? I don't want to hose my own graveyard. There is this, right? Oh, there is also Lantern. What about this? Are we crazy enough to play this? We're not... No, we're not crazy enough for that. Not yet. I mean, Soul Guide Lantern works, and so does Cauldron. Oh, I want to play this card so bad. I want this card to be good. I want to just shuffle in all my stuff and just gas back up so bad. But I don't think games matter. That like we've played 2 very long games, and both of them don't involve doing the same thing twice. But I want to. I want a game where like it's going to decking, and you know, we've played 33 turns and we're shuffling it back in. Like, I want the dream. But I gotta be realistic. Yeah, okay, maybe Luma would like that. Yeah, maybe there's something there. I don't know. These are just so funny. But yeah, the long, grindy version probably isn't right. But Lumra is probably fine, because you could genuinely deck out. And also, shuffling things in that you've milled is reasonable. Although, you could just mill this and feel really stupid, huh? Something you can do about that, though. You could always randomly mill it, I guess. Soul Gear Lantern. Is this good? I can always get rid of it. I can always just get rid of it. I think I'm actually going to try that. What do I take out? What am I going to take out? I don't like Aven Interrupter. Plotting my opponent's spells has not felt like a thing that's winning. It's better than airbending them, I guess. I have not found an airbend. Actually, how many exile... Was it 1, 2, 3? We could probably run an airbend card. Maybe Scorching Shot could be an airbending card. Elspeth's Might could be an airbend card. Of some degree. Destroy an attacking creature or airbend a creature you control. Man, if this was airbend a permanent... Oh, it'd be perfect. Both sides would be amazing. Man, they don't... It's like maybe this one? That's like it. Okay. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Man, I wish the destroy target attacking one was airbend a permanent, though. Has to be a creature? That's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Feels bad. The feels. The feels. Oh! Okay, well, third time's a charm. Every opponent so far cares about the graveyard. But this one doesn't really care about my graveyard hate, because it can just get rid of it forever. Yuna feels really bad to play against. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I have too much to worry about. It might be profoundly difficult to do anything. They have finality counters? Pfft, I don't know. What is Yuna? It doesn't have hexproof, right? No. Not necessarily. This card is awful here. I think I'm going to mulligan this. Although the removal spells are probably fine. I'm going to just... We have enough removal spells. I'm not going to... well, we got a ramp spell here. Oh, look! On the play with the best thing in the game. Great. Sure glad I'm playing standard. I don't even have a red card. I can't even kill it next turn. I probably just lost. Well, that happens. Oh, they didn't use it. They didn't use it. I'm going to say it probably doesn't matter too much. Turn 3, Yuna on the play. In standard. During your turn, trample lifelink, word 2. That's just, I mean, okay, maybe this works out. It just doesn't feel like it works out, does it? Wow, are you serious? What? What just happened? Okay, what? Okay. World first. How are we, like... What? What is happening? Oh, there's a return land? Oh, that's pretty nice. Alright, we tap our Lenorels first. Genius. Oh, wait, nope. Okay, we did it this way instead. Galaxy Brain. Really wish I had a red source. Apparently it's difficult to choose. I can't imagine why it's hard to figure out which land type. I would have also gotten a white source, so that makes sense to me. I don't know, they thought about it. Maybe they were just looking through their deck. That would be kind of weird, though. That'd be really weird. Enters mill 4, then put a land... okay. That is not an enchantment. You can still cast your commander. So they are just like super respecting my ability to sweep the board, which I don't have. I think that's what's going on here. I mean, the Ghost Vacuum is annoying, but it's not like game ending. I mean, to be fair, there's like 2 cards that could be something good with Yuna. One of them, at the very least, seems to be castable. Of course, I draw that. Do I lose the game if Quintorius just fizzles out? I don't think so. I can almost just cast it again as well. I'm not convinced I'm in a bad spot if Quintorius dies. In fact, I've had it die plenty and still won, so that's fine. I mean, do you have a removal spell? Like, is... Okay, we do? What is going on? This is so strange. Is there an aura? Like, removal spell aura to kill Quintorius? Those are your last 2 cards? You're never upset when your opponent dedicates resources to a token. Especially a Quintorius token. Make a 3/3. 3/3 has been made. That is the first enchantment we've seen. A bit crazy. Okay, we do have the Alpha Strike. I'm going to block something that's negligible. Because if there's a protection spell, which I think there is, it's really weird to use it on the greeter. Okay. And I don't care about Quintorius' loyalty. Let's take the dangerous spell. It's not like I'm making crazy creatures out of the stuff that's available. So, yeah, I'd rather not Sheltered by Ghosts. I would like to play this, and maybe I just can. It's not like I'm leaving anything up. This is probably so non-threatening to my opponent, though, honestly. Well, I didn't put it in my deck to not cast it, so... There it is. Bask in its glory, opponent. Look at that. We did it. Oh, the old thrumming door to nothingness. Okay, well, this is probably the first time in my entire life playing this game that someone just stone cold had nothing and wasn't willing to cast their commander. I mean, there were no enchantments other than this one. They probably kept their hand just because of Llanowar Elves, and I would too, because this is the best card in Standard Brawl. But I don't know. I mean, you can see how very quickly I would just lose this game if they untapped, played a 3-drop with this, or whatever, had a turn 3 Yuna into something crazy. But they just didn't do that. They could have done it, but they didn't. I had the graveyard fairly covered. Every game I've played so far, graveyards have mattered to some degree, so... Wow, okay, well, sometimes they respect you too heavy, I guess. They're like really trying to play around my stuff, and it caused them to, like, the time bot, like the draw go thing, I think favors me. So I'm not sure if that's the right line. I think I'm favored in that, like, let's get to turn 10 kind of situation. I think I am, especially with the Ghost Vacuum chilling in play. They didn't even wait to, like, they didn't look for anything off their saga. They could have sacked a creature and found literally anything, and they just didn't. And I also just tapped out. So that's all just very strange to me. Very strange. I don't get it. I have no way to beat this, and I'm not going to waste my time. I don't think my deck has any way to beat this, actually. Like, at all, period. There's no cards in my deck. I don't have Summon Bahamut or anything like that. So I'm not going to waste my time. I'll just move on from that matchup, probably. It does feel fundamentally unwinnable. Probably not for most decks. I'm sure it's, like, fine. But against me, I don't have, like, a... There's just no tools. I have no tools to win the game. They're just not in my deck. What the heck? What's going on over there? It went over there. Do I keep this? What am I up against? What am I up against? Opponent, that's not... Oh wait, yes it is, never mind. Don't listen to me. I was gonna make fun of them for playing a non-green card, but they didn't. They did not do that. All of my stuff here is pretty lame, so I guess I'll just do this. What? That's it? Oh, do we just keep doing that? Like, what? What's going on here? Okay. Is this just the thing we repeatedly do in this deck? I could kill this and then exile it. That feels like worse than trying to find a land. I didn't find a land. Alright. We're gonna have ourselves a quick game here. Okay. This can't be like... This can't be it, right? There's got to be something else going on. I mean, I can't even kill it. I guess I just blow that up so they can't use it to... Oh, I missed my opportunity. Yeah, I missed my window. They can still use it. Alright, that was stupid of me. I was kind of planning on blowing this up, but it's a land, I forgot. Okay, well, I can do that, plus there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still dead. Quintorius being a clown, as per usual. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Lose a game? Kind of hope they cast like a real card, please. That is a real card. It's not what I wanted to see though. I think I'm just losing. Yeah. Just losing this game. Okay, I'm over it. At no point was I in that game. I missed lands. If I was making Quintorius tokens a turn faster, I think I'm kind of fine. But I wasn't. So I lose. That would actually be a really good... that's a good example of Ultima being good, because it stops the... Well, it stops literally everything. So... Would have been good there. Attacks, exile a card from a graveyard, then investigate, sack a clue you may... Okay. That's not castable. I feel like I don't like the red room we have. I feel like I don't like it. It was good in that one game and hasn't done anything since. I just feel rather unimpressed. Whenever attacks, exile target card from a graveyard. Investigate. Okay. Is this like blue-black mythic rares pile? Yep. Almost a bit surprised to see that cast here. Actually, very surprised to see that cast right there. That's odd to me. Okay, that is, again, kind of strange. Kind of strange. Gonna just keep making that not a real thing. Draw a card, beginning of your combat step, you draw more, run a card. I did it again! I'm supposed to wait till they target it. Throwing. Throwing, 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 throwing. Alright, let's hardcast funny card. This should be a 1/1. Target opponent exiles non-token. Oh, okay. So, cast my commander, hope it works. If it doesn't, I try again, I guess. They cast my Overlord here for 7. Probably. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is literally just like blue-black mythic rare pile nonsense. That's all this is here, and I'm just losing to it. Opponent has a full... Yeah, everything's literally just a 2-for-1, and I have nothing. Nothing at all to show for anything I'm even remotely trying to attempt. They did not cast the Overlord. They could have done that. That was a beautiful top deck. I don't know about long term. Okay. You got it. That's not as good as the last top deck I just had. They have Spell Pierce in their deck. Oh, of course. This is a destroy, not exile. What's the loyalty on it? 3? Double block. Kill this. Block one of it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Kill that. 6, 7, 8. Plus 4. Yep. Whatever. Infinite value from the stupid virtue. Whatever. If I can deal with the virtue, the next sweeper could actually matter, but nope. Too many 2-for-1s. I don't feel like I was ever really in that game. Maybe for like there was like a in the middle section somewhere. I was a part of it. But beyond that, I was just getting completely annihilated. If I went for my commander early, still though. Yeah, no, there's nothing. I need virtue to not exist, or have one of my graveyard hate spells and have that matter. But I can't beat like the cast a $20 mythic every turn thing. There's too many, and they keep coming back. I didn't catch up with all my 2-for-1s. This is the Abomination card, okay. Can we not have a 1-drop? Of course. Of course, we have the perfect speed enabler too, so I can't even stop that. Whenever this dies, make a treasure token. Look at that. The commander that demands you enable the engine, and my opponent just enables the engine. Alright. Does this have trample? Nope. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked. Okay. So, yep. What does that do? Target of a spell. Whenever it dies. Okay. Everything's just awful here. Doesn't maintain trample. This doesn't save me. I guess I do this. Tap 3. Think I'm just dead? This has been a play versus draw as the only thing that's relevant kind of situation. Yep. Literally play versus draw. If I'm on the play here, I think I actually can stabilize with that extra turn I would get. Not with this, obviously, but there's a way to stabilize here and play differently if I was on the play. Absolutely. This doesn't help either, that they just didn't have to cast their commander because they had one of the perfect lands that starts the engine thing, and you don't have to play this. So they just didn't have to take a turn off, which is like, yeah, everything was perfect for the opponent there. Being on the play was the biggest thing, though. I just don't like the play versus draw being that impactful. It's kind of annoying, but it hasn't happened that much today. It hasn't. I think that's really the first time. It would have been the second if that Lenorails player actually used Lenorails. But they didn't. So that felt like the first really play versus draw was extremely impactful. I could have blocked differently. I think I would have died anyways, though. Yeah, I would have absolutely died anyways. I don't think this hand's good. That airbending card has not done anything. Unfortunately. Let's get rid of Shelter here. I think I'm getting rid of Shelter here. I like the double mana rocks. Kinda. Okay, this is a card I've never seen. Cast a non-creature spell. If it's 4, is there a counter on this? Can't be... Okay, sure. I don't know if you can hear the snow plow. The second time I've seen this card today. And... well, got nothing else to do. We're just doing the mono green thing here. Another card I haven't really ever seen before. Do we respect Spell Pierce? Yeah. Looks like an unsummon. Nope. Capital City. Okay. They didn't unsummon this on their turn. Okay. First, this perfectly kills my commander. Why not? Snare. I would like to really play that in a turn where I can, like... See if I plus... I have to ask... Yeah, I'm going to make them do that again. I'm going to make them do that again. This is okay. Quintorius hasn't done anything crazy this game. I'm not getting destroyed by having it get killed twice in a row here. I'm making my opponent do stuff about my cards. And those cards are simply tokens, which we love to see. Yeah, we'll take the trade. What does this do? Okay. Ghost Vacuum. There's still a 1-mana spell that they haven't cast yet. I really want to know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I don't know. It could be a protection spell, a phase out thingy. Dive down? There's a bunch of cards in this game I haven't seen really before. Call of the Spidder, sure. I will try to Stasis Snare. I think it's worth trying to Stasis Snare at least. Because if I don't know what else I'd be doing with Stasis Snare. Yeah, there's some kind of 1-minute protection spell, hexproof or something. That's what I'm convinced about at least. Oh, this doesn't kill my card. Okay, I'm still doing it though. It's the only thing I'm going to do this turn. I'm gonna fire it off right here. Make them cast that thing that we knew about. It is literally dive down. Alright, it was quite literally dive down. That didn't really seem to me like the worthwhile time to use that dive down, but I suppose I don't hate it. Because I do just simply get to deal with it anyways. Effectively on board as well. Okay, I have no cards in my hand. Kind of ugly. I'm not going to swing. I'll start swinging next turn with the Elspeth 0. I don't lose to River's Rebuke, right? No, I don't think so. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make a 1/1 to draw forms. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the nummy wummies here. It's got flashback. Let's go ahead and... This is a 2-turn clock. I'm going to argue it's worth it. I'm going to argue this is worth it. And then just cast this. Can I do both sides right now? No. Not a big deal. I can cast anything that card finds. So they have to deal with my board. Substantially so. It's like just River's Rebuke in Standard. I don't know what else a blue-red deck can do here. I don't think there's another card that does it in blue-red in Standard. Okay, that certainly is not it. Steals with 1 token, I guess. I lose flying. So they take Elspeth. Have enough blockers to stay alive. Maybe there is something here. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, not enough. Not enough. But they did the right thing so far. Like in terms of dealing with stuff. They have something? Wait, what is this tap? I gotta read it now. Only cast non-creature... Okay, it only taps for 1. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Oh, it kind of matters. It kind of matters. Yeah. Because it's another 2 damage if, for some reason, my opponent had the ability to stay alive here. Which I don't think they can. No, they would go to... Oh, they messed up. Oh, no, you can't use the token to block. Yeah, because if you tap this, then you have the token, but you don't have the 7/3 to block, so it didn't matter. But even, let's say they did survive by the skin of their teeth, I would have another 2 damage from this card. And then I could discover to find another 2 damage, and that's just 4 damage. It'd be too much there, probably. Okay, cool. Interesting deck. A bunch of cards I hadn't seen before. At least if I have, I don't think I remember it. I don't think I've played against that before. Strange. Just playing a bunch of cool stuff. You know what? I think I actually have seen that. There was something that only cared about 4 mana spells and up. And I think I might have actually even beat me, if I remember correctly. I can't quite remember. I have like snippets of memory of a game that would involve the that. Okay, well, yet again, it's Hazoret on the play, so I'm not convinced with this hand. This was ever so slightly better, still not great. If they have the start your engines thing and they're on the play with a 1-drop, I mean, what do you want from me? Taking a turn off to at least cast Hazoret is something I would like to see. Okay, well, they didn't do that. You have to start the engines. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. Alright, so there's another way to start the engines that doesn't involve casting Hazoret. So their chances of winning go up by like 600%. Because you don't have to take a turn off to cast it. I don't think anything in my hand matters. Like, I don't think casting this is getting me anywhere. I've had this one all the time. I actually haven't had the Exile one. It's kind of annoying. They had the speed land anyways. Of course they did. Of course they did. Is this warped? Beginning of your end step return is... That's so weird. I mean, alright. Is it worth it? It must be. I'm doing it. So, let's... just pass? I kind of, like, really need this stupid token. I mean, the buried treasure. Yeah, I mean, again, on the play with a way to start the engines that doesn't involve your commander is just ridiculous. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, it's just a joke. Yeah, whatever. On the play with a engine starter that's not Hazoret. Those are the only two things that have mattered both times I've played against it. That time, I'm not sure being on the play would have saved me. I don't think it would have saved me. But the engine and being on the play might have been able to save me. Maybe asking for too much. Maybe it's too much. There aren't 55 engine starting cards, right? You don't have 20 of them. You like have to have one. Unless you're going to play... You're forced into turn 2 Hazoret. But you can see how it adds up. Those things add up. Which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Suppose it's the nature of aggro in a singleton format. That's just bound to happen. In a singleton format. With aggro. Where like your opener is like super random, and if you have like a good one, it's so much different from a not great one relative to like a control deck that has a bad opener is not as bad as the gap between the two is just way smaller. Let's do that. I think I have to immediately cast something on this card. Is Tifa a beatdown thing, or is it just like a bait ramp deck in Standard? It could probably go both ways. I'm sure there's enough ways to kill people with Tifa in Standard. I don't think I've seen it before, though. I don't think so. Maybe I have, and I'm just dumb. We've been there before. Me just not knowing how the game works. Anything's possible. Escape Tunnel is power 2 or less. You can target Tifa and then grow it. I'm really just hoping Tifa is the game plan here. Because I can just make it annoying to accomplish. It feels like so far that it is... No, actually, yeah, no, not yet. I don't know yet. I still don't know. It could be... Tifa doesn't matter. I have a bunch of 6-drops. They are cracking the escape tunnel, though. They're not holding it for Tifa. We just cast this, right? Yeah. I can swing, I think? Sure. I highly doubt Clifftop Lookout is swinging this turn. Oh, they could play Ouroboros, and then it actually could swing. Though that wouldn't... I would not be blocking it if that was the case. Are we not leaving up mana? Okay, we are. I was about to say, you probably have to, right? Okay, they don't actually seem to have anything. Huh. Alright, well, we can pick that up. It's not like it has haste. Unless, of course, it does. Exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add red for each card. Don't think this is the ultimate Quintorius situation that we've found ourselves thinking maybe it is. Okay, this is good. That's good. Now that's not a problem to be grown with this. Can I now just... Nah, just pass. Just pass. Sure. Overlord of Spaghetti. I almost want to go face with this Lightning Helix, actually. But we're winning on board so much that I just don't... I'm not worried about that. I can now ultimate Quintorius. Can do that. Maybe I should. Haven't done it yet. Yeah, why not? Seems cool. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Let's use our brain. Let's use our brain. We have one of those, I promise. I can use it sometimes. Despite, swing. And then just kill him. Okay. I didn't actually have to cast to get lost there, but you know what? It felt good. Okay, well, that's what happens when your opponent doesn't apply pressure. It just goes out of control pretty quickly here. I didn't have to cast this. I don't know why I thought I did. I just got caught up on it. I could have just moved this. Did I have lethal, let's say, without the Quintorius ultimate? This is 4 damage. I mean, there's no reason not to, right? They're completely tapped out as a green deck, and their commander died 20 times. Yeah, I don't have to think about it. Okay. I also forgot to take the room out. I think I'm going to take the room out. I know it was just there in that game doing stuff, but I did not need that in that game to win the game. So, I've also noticed I'm never, ever, ever finding windows to do the 6-mana side, and by the time you would, you can just cast the card that you're exiling, and it's just really weird that it, like, I don't have a card in my... Oh, I have a few, I guess. I have literally one, technically. But anything that this could exile, I could just cast. So it's weird to make it free moving forward. Take a turn off to make the rest free. Feels weird to me. I just don't like it. I think I actually like Count on Luck more than that one because the 6-mana side isn't impressing me. But I don't think I like Count on Luck, so just didn't work out to in my opinion. Thrumming Hivepool's been decent, but not that great. Is there another like giant dumb thing maybe? What's big and dumb in Standard? I'm not going to play Summon Bahamut. I suppose Ujin is just a better Meteor Golem. Would I play Meteor Golem, though? Probably not. What about this thing? This deals damage to Planeswalkers? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's not impossible to crew this. Station, whatever. Drakuseth, my beloved. Knights of the Round. I suppose the 3/3 is indestructible, but not the rest of it. I'd probably play Zatalpa if I was going to go that route and play a giant dumb thing. But we actually just have Sire of 7 Deaths, to be fair. Well, this is indestructible. I mean, you know me. I like a Zatalpa. I like me as Zatalpa. I think Zatalpa was in the first video I uploaded that broke 1,000 views, like 5 years ago. I love Zatalpa. I think I had it in Teferi and Standard. I think I did. Yeah, I don't think we're playing Sire. We're just going to end up blowing up our own Sire and feel stupid. What about this? Why do I keep wanting Ujin? That makes no sense to me. It's a card draw engine. You gain life, but it costs 7. Seems ridiculous. Summon Bahamut's 9 mana. I don't think that's ever really happening in this deck. I mean, it's happened, but realistically, is a 9 mana Vindicate. Like, how many times do you actually untap with this thing when you just cast it for real? Not cheating it into play or something? Oh, what about this? Other permanents are in... No. If it made Quintorius immortal, but it doesn't. Create 4 1/1s and a counter on each... No. I don't think we're a token deck. Oh, what about Herald? What if I hide behind... Is it realistic to hide behind this? No, I don't have any counter spells, so I can't really protect it. A weird card. Another early removal spell? Shock? Burst Lightning and stuff? I mean, I don't hate them. They were in here for a nanosecond. Could make it 2 nanoseconds. Burst Lightning is... I mean, it could do more than 2. 2 damage has been relevant in plenty of games we've played. I feel, at least. Maybe even better than Scorching Shot, because this is a 2-mana sorcery. I could just not play this. I mean, I am in white, and there's tons of ways to just kill things. I don't need this, and then for this to fail would feel really bad as you're out. Or the card that you drew that could have saved you, and now it doesn't. And face damage is something. I mean, the Quintorius damage adds up over time. One would argue. Is there another interesting aura to put on my tokens? I do like Shelter. Okay, no, I don't. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Is there another flashing enchantment? Flash? Yeah. What's got flash in standard? What's got flash? I didn't like Interrupter. What do you do? Enters, counter, graveyard. I mean, this could block. What else is it? Okay, what does it actually do? No, not enough. Oh, this has flash. Oh. Is there another stasis snare? Oh, wait. I think I just saw one. Not the bodyguard. Prayer of Binding is one of them? Yeah, I mean, it makes the Airbend card better. I think this is fine, right? It's just an O-ring. It costs 4 as flash. That's fine. It deals with anything in the game except lands. I've only been earthbended once. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Costs 1 less for each attacking creature. Okay. I also like this one. Because it counts your opponent's attacking creatures as well. So if they swing with like 3 creatures, you know, it costs 3 less, just like the whatchamacallit is, Ride's End, and the other one that has let me down because it doesn't exile. What is it called? Luminous Rebuke. I like this, though. I mean, 2 mana destroy a creature is fine, right? Like, would you play Doomblade without the Doomblade restriction? 2 mana murder? The exile is pretty significant. I just, for some reason, keep finding Luminous Rebuke instead of Rise in every game. Maybe I don't need both. We do have board wipes. Spot removal is a bit awkward with board wipes sometimes. Can never go too wrong with it. Let's just try to not run that. I'd prefer maybe... Let me read this again. Exile target artifact or creature. This might be just too similar to the card I just took out, that I maybe just don't like this anyways. This does not... Yeah, okay, this doesn't target other things. I kind of thought it just targeted whatever it wanted. Alright, never mind. Okay, there's one. I did not know this existed. This is just straight up 3 mana, too. So it's a 3 mana flashing Oblivion Ring, effectively, and then you can sack it. Why you would sack it, I suppose, is because it's going to get blown up. You just sack it in response. Could target your own thing and then reasonably sacrifice this? Alright, well, I mean, it works. That's what we're in the market for. As far as I'm concerned, at least, currently. Oh. I think. I hope. Prage. Oh, look at that. Liliana. I don't know how many spot removal spells kill planeswalkers in Standard. All I can think of is Bitter Retreat. Or whatever the card is that it's chemically impossible for me to remember the name of, for some reason. Tiny Bones. Do I care about that? Not really. Deals combat damage, you may cast... No, I don't. I don't care about that. This could end up actually mattering. I'm going to keep that on top. I'm going to assume this game lasts 10 years. That's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to behave. They milled 1 creature, and it is a I discard when it's played card. Cool. Let's pass. They just chose not to cast the discard spell first. Seems like a mistake. Don't really know why they did that. Let's go ahead and Helix this. I can get rid of a land. I'd probably get rid of Burst Lightning, honestly. Just not sold that it's doing anything meaningful. I should exile this. Should exile that. This is rather annoying. And if... Yeah, that's just fine. That's fine by me. It's as fine as it is. Like, opponent's commander does, like, win when it does the thing it wants to do. I almost thought about not casting this because there's nothing else my opponent's doing. So, but that's not what I chose. They paid life for my engine, haha, that I totally use. Really? You just have nothing? Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. I made a 3-2. Bask. Bask in its glory. Do we just spam zombies? Well, I suppose I would spam zombies, so... Those are flyers. Though that does kind of matter. I'd say this kind of matters here, so... What do you do against that? I don't have a good Quintorius ultimate. I mean, I could burn Liliana. That doesn't really feel that exciting, though. There's not really any proliferate. But yeah, if it -9s, I do lose a game. Okay, I'm not sure why they had to think about that. I feel like that's extremely straightforward and obvious as a line to take. I don't really get it. Okay, whenever this enters non-land permanent... Alright, this is good. This is exactly what we needed. So I can deal with Liliana, and then I can airbend that at some point. Assuming they don't. Yeah, okay. That's what we were just hoping for there. I can pick that up and do it again. Okay, I think they just drew that? No, they drew the land. They drew the land. Removal spell in the 3/2. That would mean they're scared of the Quintorius ultimate. Okay, now there's not much of a reason to be... actually, I'm going to kill that. Yeah. I don't want them interacting with my graveyard. Create a 1/1 spirit token that can't be blank. Okay. Oh, that's really tragic. Alright. Can't have everything, I suppose. So let's, should send it while I have it? Should send it while I have it. I don't think there's much of a reason not to do this, so... Let's lightning strike face. Burst lightning. That. Alright, that was a boatload of damage that just came out of complete nowhere. This has... I'm not there yet. Let's get a mountain, I think. Alright, so we have the Overlord showing up. If Quintorius dies, it resets the loyalty. So it's in those weird spots where you don't want it to die. Or the opponent doesn't want it to die, I mean. They can cast their commander and minus it. This feels like a really bad use of Liliana, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, fair enough. It's effectively the same, except you're not messing up your commander's loyalty or whatever. Ride's End. This is when it attacks. Most life or tie for the most life. Destroy turn. I'm just going to kill that. I don't care. I'm just going to get rid of it. Not going to think about it. So you got to deal with this board. Maybe there was a reason to not deal with it, because they have to deal with the board anyways. Well, they would have drew a card. They would have drew a card there. Killing their commander is just weird, because it just shows up again with more loyalty. That just seems wrong. Destroy target creature an opponent controls. Okay, I have to kill that. Which is annoying. I suppose I don't have to cast anything that kills it right away? Why are you casting Phyrexian Arena? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna kill this right away. Which feels awful. Oh, come on. Come on. Suplex. I shall exile your that thing. Plus? Make a 3-2? No, I'm just gonna blitz your health pool. Now you have to, like... Now you can't even kill Quintorius. You can't kill Quintorius because I can cast it again in Discover. You cannot kill it. You have to go face. No, opponent, I can just recast it. You have to... No, now you have to gain life. Now you gotta gain life. They know what it does. I mean, they saw it do it like 10 times this game. Yeah, I don't know about that arena, but I guess you had no cards in your hand. You just had to do what you had to do. Okay. I think they see the writing on the wall there. They should not have killed it. They just shouldn't have killed it. You know, they're just chilling. I think my opponent's just, like, kind of chilling if Quintorius didn't die. The only reason I killed it myself is so I could cast it again and do 2 damage. So I don't really know if I mean, it's obviously wrong to kill. That's how you're losing. And the 3-2s don't matter. So this happens a lot, actually. I'd say this happens very often, where someone has a commander that is a planeswalker. It's at, like, 1 loyalty, and your opponent's like, I'll just kill it. Well, don't. You know, all it can do is plus. You don't care about the 3-2s. I mean, I'm at 35. If ever your creatures die, you draw with Liliana. So the 3-2s in play are actually kind of benefiting you. In fact, I probably wouldn't even block them. So they don't draw cards. Because I don't want them to have any outs to the arena. But at 5 life against Quintorius, and you have no cards in hand, I'm not sure I'm casting Arena. I don't know. I don't think I am. I don't think I would do that. I don't think I'd do that. Alright, well, cool game. The airbending card got answered. Tragic. Tragic, tragic, tragic. I like those kinds of games, though. That was a cool game. Win or lose. Yeah, Ujin probably is why you just don't see Quintorius. Like, Ujin, it just completely ignores every card Quintorius is interested in casting. And there's not really anything you can do about that. Alright, if this is rabbits, we're not too upset here. Unless we don't draw lands, then I guess, you know, nothing mattered anyways. Alright, they played their land really fast. They have the Ajani profile. I must mean it's rabbits. This is starting profile. Well, this isn't the automatic starting basic land, and they didn't snap off a rabbit. Alright, I don't know what's going on. Alright, not rabbits. That was too much into my own head. What does this do? Enters make a 1/1, but it doesn't flash. Equipment card. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Well, I got rid of this thinking it was rabbits. I kind of would have liked this get lost here. To a degree. I mean, I was still looking for lands. Still, arguably, am looking for lands. I really do not want to cast Wrath to, next turn. I was going to say cast Wrath tomorrow. I was going to say tomorrow. Funny. Well, I'd like it for my opponent to, like, not have self-replacing dumb things. You know what? Let's do this. This is a low commitment. Makes my opponent feel like I don't have much else going on. They play more to the board. We have the Wrath still. and I don't lose my Overlord. Everything works as good as it needs to. Yep, that's quite literally what's going on here. I can block these, right? Because these are... Yeah, I can block these. Okay. I think this is always worth sweeping, as much as I would like to cast Elspeth. I think this is just too good. Could be wrong, but it does set me... No, it doesn't set me up for that. Doesn't set me up for that. Alright, I'm gonna take the time to just boop. I don't need the 1/1s, just get rid of this. I'm getting rid of my commander, my opponent's commander, for a significant amount of time here. Very significant amount of time. Well, they could reanimate it. Okay, they don't have that, I guess. Like, this is just out of the way for years now. Solemn Golem. Wow. Oh, yeah, it works with Delny. It offsets the years argument I just had. Yeah, let's make Quintorius a thing. Start making tokens. It is a double token situation. I don't know if they can beat an actual opposing board. Maybe they can. They're not rabbits. Although rabbits can also beat an opposing board, even with Delny, not just Elspeth. We shall see. How do they come back onto the board? They have to do it very quickly. Like, right now, I mean. Alright, that's stuff, sure. Sure. I think I'm gonna plus. That way, if I minus this again next turn, I don't lose it forever. Okay, yeah. I mean, look at the boards. I could probably just do these pluses for the rest of the game and not anything else. Like, I just have these pluses and no spells and probably still win. If they can't consistently answer it, which I'm not too surprised that they cannot. They had to do more than just this. If Sweeper isn't good enough, they need... Well, I mean, it's a Delny deck. It probably doesn't have any, but, like, it needs to... At the very least, it has to deal with probably Overlord and also Elspeth, and just leave me with Quintorius, and you're still just hemorrhaging tempo here. They're just falling more and more behind. My hand is a ton of answers to it, but all this... I have more cards here. I actually haven't even played this card yet today. But it is a lot of cards, you know, and this is a spot where it would become a lot of cards. How many cards did they draw? 1, 2. Just 2? I guess technically 3. And almost 4, because this finds 2 different things. This is an interesting one. I've never seen this. I actually kind of like this. Enters to make a 1/1. There's a flash version of this. Oh, but the flash version is a soldier, if you care about that. I mean, very, very few cards in the game actually care about that, but... The flash one, I believe, is a soldier. You can sack it to find an equipment, and it goes right into play. Huh. Wow. That's kind of a lot for an uncommon, I feel. I mean, it is 6 mana in a white card, right? It's not like it's a... You're blitzing out this thing. It's like it's only finding an equipment, but it feels like some kind of Godo adjacent nonsense is going on there. That's where my head goes, at least with that card. Cotis. Or Cotis, I don't know. My opponent's name is Mark Posewater. Oh, you're so funny. Look at you. Look at you laughing it up. Alright. What do you got? We got basics. We got Manadorks. Alright. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, of course we do. We're Cotis. We want to be on turn 3 every game. Of course we do. With basics. Let's, boop. Oh, come on. No. What are you doing? That's toxic. Oh, okay. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. Let's, Oop. This is Flash, right? Yep. I mean, it is what it is. I can't do anything against that 1 minute spell. Or I'm not going to do anything against it. I think I'll try now. No. How does this work? Without paying their mana cost? Okay. What could they possibly steal? That's my main question here. Okay, now there's a lot more they can steal. I mean, I can't do anything about it now, so... Bunch of lands and a mana rock. Okay. I probably just lost to that protection spell. Maybe I just had to cast something. I don't know. I just didn't. Yep, I just didn't. Now I'm just getting clowned, I guess. Still the same scenario. I have to force out that stupid 1 minute spell. It's not like it's going anywhere. So, whatever. Yep. Whoop-de-doo. Lands and a Parting Gust that can't do anything. Looks like there's another one. Amazing. How many flash buff cards are there? What is this? Tap target creatures, put a stun counter. Okay. Can we stop having things, please? That'd be great. Okay. And now, of course, my mana rock is relevant. Okay. Would have liked to have drawn my own mana rock there. I guess I'm just passing? Rip. I suppose they didn't hit a land, so it's only fair. Okay, well, that's bad. How do you not what? That doesn't even help you next turn either. Okay. Let's pick up the Iron Crag, which I might have wanted to have done last turn, but I'm dumb. Another land. Okay, well, we survived the initial cyberbullying. I also survived Quintorius being countered. It is not countered. The 3/2s beat the fact that this does not have trample. Okay, that's annoying. Could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. Okay. They probably have to swing at Quintorius. Ward 1. So I can just kill this. I can just kill it. I don't really care about the other side of it. I think I will. I don't care about it as an enchantment. The game has nothing to do with this thing chilling as an enchantment. And we just pass. No, I think I'll play this. I'm going to play the Buried Charger, that's fine. I could technically deck out. And I would very easily deck out before my opponent. Huh. Okay. That's actually really annoying. Because the stupid enchantment I said would not matter now is mattering because my opponent found a creature to swing with. Whoop-de-doo. A little bit ridiculous there. Alright, well, I'm convinced eventually one of my 3/2s will actually matter. It's bound to. I mean, they can't have endless same thing every game or whatever, every turn. So they have hexproof when it's tapped. Ugh. Alright, whatever. Yep. Infinite answers. Okay. I probably... You know what? I think I can win that. If we could just go back and try again. There's probably a line I win. But, of course, I didn't find it. There's definitely things I could do to win that. Absolutely. Absolutely. But, of course not. Yeah, I accidentally didn't exile the mana rock. That's true. If I airbend it a turn early, if I saw it, we're, like, just super chilling. What? This land becomes a 3... What? What is this mana base? This mana base is ridiculous. Okay, well. Guess you're green, you can do whatever you want. I don't normally play it on turn 5, and this is probably one of the lesser good times to play it on turn 5, so I don't expect that. Or when you have 5 mana. Whenever a land you control enters, make it 2/2. Okay. Lightning Strike face. Why would I draw a land? That would just be stupid. Don't play a second blue source exactly, please. Yep. Well, 15 cards, haven't found a land. Fun while it lasted. Okay, yep. 15 cards, no land. Always fun. I mean, I was always keeping that, right? It's 3 lands, bunch of removal, a threat. Yeah, this is a perfectly reasonable hand. I wouldn't mulligan that. Just didn't draw a land. For 5 turns. At least that hasn't happened a lot today. Actually happened more when I was playing Momo than this thing. Speaking of this thing, whenever this attacks, move a lore counter from lore, sure. Do I just kill this straight up? Whenever this attacks, you may move the lore counter. I probably do. I think I played against this. Yeah, remember we played against this before. And like we played all the way to turn like 200 and I finally won when they ran out of stuff. I think that's how it... No, they played that weird mono white thing and won with it. I can't remember what it was. I just ran out of stuff. Alright, well, back to this. I need to draw lands. Yet again. Enduring Innocence. Well... I drew a land. Look at that. World first. I suppose I just let them cast their commander and sweep the board? I can exile the Enduring Innocence before it does anything. I guess. Well, it comes back. Before it comes back, I'm saying. Yeah. So... Opponent kept their commander in the graveyard. So I guess it's coming back. If I exiled it, they just move it to the command zone. It's not a permanent answer or anything. Well, you feel like you only have one line, because you kept your commander in the graveyard for a reason. Okay, I'm not privy to that reason yet. I'm not gonna make a move on it. I can target it when they go to reanimate it now. I did not have that ability last time. Starting with you, each player chooses up to one permanent. Starting with you, each player chooses up to one permanent with mana value 3 or less. Okay. Mana value 3 or greater. Okay. That's a little weird. I like it. Confused me greatly, but I figured it out. So here in Overlord, seems a little weird to have sweepers in a deck like this, but anything's possible, I guess. I really like the idea of drawing 3, especially my opponent is overloaded with cards. I think this second part benefits me greatly. Okay, they just said no, which I would also say no. What else does this do? Return this transformed. Okay. Yep, go figure. Exile spam against tokens. Amazing. Okay. You have fight effects in your deck? What? Is that what this is? How do you have fight effects in a deck like this? What do you... I mean, by all means have fight effects, please. Remove a lore counter. Put a lore counter in a fight was the goofiest thing ever, but okay. Sure. Okay. Whenever you cast your second... Okay, let's not deal with that, I guess. Apparently we're doing nothing at all. Alright. I guess they lost their commander. They tried to reanimate it, forgot about the ghost vacuum. I'm not sure. But the lore counters, like, sagas aren't things that stick around forever, and Garnet does a good job at making them stick around forever. I don't think I've ever seen this card in my life, by the way, but it's in the graveyard. Even if they cast it again, I can kill it, right? It would have died to the sweeper. It would have been hard to stick the commander and sagas at the same time. My opponent could have maybe pivoted into earthbending. We saw that work against me earlier, where they did literally nothing except make earthbend tokens with this thing, and eventually I ran out of answers and died. So this is a bad thing to play against. It's probably beatable, you know. It's not looking great here. Do you actually keep it if you're exiling them? Or is put into exile, of course. So I can't even exile the lands. And then they have a Gavany Township. So it's weird to play these cards and then just decide it isn't even worth trying to win with them, right? Why? You just playing them for the sake of having value lands that you just choose not to use? I don't understand. But yeah, they're not going to have a graveyard. The commander, again, probably should have went to the command zone. I don't know, like trying to bait me on a ghost vacuum activation when you target it to reanimate it or something. Seems weird. But again, the 2/2 can be dealt with over and over. The Earthbent lands, a little bit of a problem, but to be fair, I actually do have this, and this can just block for days, especially with the 3/2s. So like I can make a lot of tokens that block fairly efficiently, and that might not be the right avenue. It's also a lot of mana to activate both of these, like basically your whole turn. But yeah, okay, interesting. Alright, I've had my fill of long, grindy games. We did it. I'm free. I'm hangy. I'm hangry. Alright, so there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of graveyards. There goes the voice. There it goes. It was fine all stream, but there it goes right there. Let's start over. Let me have a swig of water so I don't... Oh, the water's too far. Oh no, I have to get up. Alright, well, there goes that. We're going in raw. Alright, so there's a lot of graveyard-based things going on in Standard, it seems, which is a bit surprising, but I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised, having not played a lot of Standard. It probably won't make it to YouTube, but I tried Momo a second ago. Did I delete it? No, I didn't. I tried this first, and it pummeled me every time I saw it in Standard. Just play a Momo, then you play a Hawk, and then you play another Hawk, and then you play another. You have all the weird, goofy anthem effects. This just didn't work out at all. Everything I tried to do was so perfectly answered, it blows my mind that this beat me. Twice, the 2 times I saw it. It felt like I was just getting totally ignored, and my opponent was just doing what they wanted to do. But when I did it, everything I went to do was completely and utterly answered, to make me believe this is just awful. Sweepers were never going to be a good thing to play against, but still, it just seemed like I wasn't beating anything. Surprised me. So either I was playing it wrong, or I don't know. It's like Heir Apparent, right? Those one-dimensional decks, they are what they are. But anyways, so Quintorius liked Graveyard Hate. There seemed to be a lot of graveyard-based things going on. I don't know if I like Rest in Peace. You know, you do have a -6 here that likes your own cards in the graveyard, even if you don't have much to do with those cards. I really wish this gave you more mana to play with the minus. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't. Like, you get a red and a white per spell that is exiled. There's definitely some kind of storm degenerate thing you could do, but I don't think 1 or 2 mana would change the storm thing you're going to do. But I really think it would have been fine if it gave you a red and a white for each spell. But having 1 red every time I -6'd was enough, right? I did not need a bunch of mana. 1 red per spell was enough to do whatever I wanted to do with the added assistance of my lands. I did not think, or yeah, I don't think I would ever really, if I could help it at least, -6 this, and then this is dead, because it -6'd itself. So really doing it when it's at least at 7 or something seemed to be a better idea. Every time I could have -6'd it, I could have also -6'd it when it was at 7, so I could just wait a turn. And you probably always should, because the static ability on this is really good when you cast a bunch of spells out of your graveyard, right? That could be how you win the game, just all that damage. This is a damage-based deck that wins with damage. That damage doesn't necessarily have to happen. You don't have to, like, do the last 2 points of damage, but the 3/2s will start to add up, and then stuff like Overlord or Elspeth making 1,000,000 tokens, your opponent could just concede, but there's lethal damage in play or whatever. But you are winning with damage. It's not like Teferi, where you just win with Teferi. You just win, with no damage-dealing spells in your deck at all. Teferi can win. That is not the case here. Screaming Nemesis has been disappointing me every time I played it until today. This is the first time I've really liked it, and man, was it scary. Every time it was in a game, my opponent probably wished it was not in that game. The exile effects, the O-rings, are really good. There's a lot of commanders that you benefit O-ringing as opposed to not O-ringing them, just simply destroying. I mean, just even indestructible commanders like Kotus or whatever. Airbending those O-rings when they target your opponent's commander is nice, because you can do it again, assuming they didn't leave it under the O-ring effect. Fiend Hunter effects, I've gone in great length explaining why I think they are just awful. Every single time I have ever put something under Fiend Hunter, or in this universe, I suppose it would be Werefox, they don't care. No one cares. They just let it stay under that, and they'll just kill the creature, and they're back to where they were. No one ever cares about your O-rings if they're on creatures. These just don't work. Unless you can exile your own cards and then have an ETB, or use them to protect your own stuff or something. No one cares when you Fiend Hunter your opponent's when their own creatures or whatever. So, or your opponent's creatures. So, The mana rocks are alright. Buried Treasure is fine enough, getting Quintorius out faster, or whatever it is you're trying to do. You could probably play more mana rocks. In fact, I think a lot of Quintorius decks I see play a bit more than this. I wasn't too upset with this amount, but you could play more. I'm not a big fan of anything that costs more than 2 as a mana rock, and this is standard, so, But you could play more if you wanted them. I know there's the ones that, we were just talking about the Momo ones, the Anthem ones, the ones you can name red as a color and they get larger, or spirit as a type, and then your spirits are 4/3s. That's kind of cool, I guess. They're not totally unreasonable. I don't really know what I would take out. There's plenty of removal. You could probably completely and utterly remove Thrumming Hive Pool. I was struggling to find anything that cost more than 5 that I was happy with, other than the Overlords. I tried this. I tried, what else did I try? Well, whatever else I tried, I don't remember, because it probably didn't do anything. Ujin is somewhat interesting. You could definitely play more colorless cards, right? Even going into the mana rock department, which you probably would really want to, and you're trying to play Ujin every game. So you could play more colorless ramp spells that trigger Ujin, and simply help you cast Ujin and all the other things in the first place. That's interesting there. But yeah, I don't think Rest in Peace is great. I'm not sure I'm convinced about that one. There's more than just Burst Lightning. You can play Shock. There's a bunch of 1 mana, deal 3 damage to an attacking creature. There's all those kinds of things. Those are neat, but I have sweepers, so it's weird to have a bunch of spot removal and also a bunch of sweepers, because you're sitting there with spot removal, you're like, do I cast it, or do I just wait till after and cast them after I've swept the board the first time? Barring there isn't something like a turn 1 on the play Llanowar Elves, and then, you'd probably have to kill it every single time, or I would recommend you do it if you can. It is, in my opinion, and still, that opinion still held by me, that Llanowar Elves is the best card in Standard right now for this format. Maybe not in normal Standard, but Standard Brawl, Llanowar Elves is absolutely the best card. Probably not even close it's probably not even remotely close. Whatever the second best card is. Guess you could be vague enough and say it's always top 5 as long as it's legal. But so Shelter is really only good on my tokens, and that's okay. I don't hate that, right? If you lose your token in response to this targeting your token, you're not too upset, as opposed to targeting something like Screaming Nemesis, because then you lose your Nemesis and this, you get 2-for-1s. But when you lose your token, it's like whatever. You could play another removal spell, I guess, instead, that doesn't demand you have a creature. But I never felt like that was in the way. I had so much other removal that like I wasn't really bothered by that. And then you have a 4/2 lifelink with Ward 2. That's kind of cool. Or I guess Screaming Nemesis or something else that could randomly have it attached to it. But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's just O-rings, spot removal, one airbend card that I could sort of justify. The rest of them I didn't really like. I'm not even 100% on this one, but the O-rings bouncing is actually kind of nice. The mana rocks are cool. The burn spells are all right. That's it. There's a lot of redundancy here. A lot of the cards do the same thing, which is good. It's extremely consistent. In the red-white, whatever this is, has a lot of options in Standard, and it looks like we're going to have even more come the next set that comes out in a couple days. So, but that's that. I'm a huge fan of Quintorius. I think it's a cool commander. This is my way of playing it. I don't think I've ever played a creature-heavy version, but that's probably what most people would likely pivot to first. Just a bunch of 2, 3, 4 mana value creatures and doing whatever Jund is trying to do, but in red-white, some red-white mid-range creature beatdown thing. But, yep, that's that. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.